Hi guys, it's that time again. Which is better? And we between amongst the Catacombs of Nephren by NILE and Formula Fatal to the Flesh by Morbid Angel. And before I continue, I will be leaving links in the description down below to check out songs by Possessed, and even links to check out my Instagram and Twitter pages. There you get to see what songs I'm listening to, as well as what my band merch collection looks like. So looking at Formula Fatal to the Flesh by Morbid Angel, this is an album that contains a vision of a compelling, frightening perfection. Now, fans at the time were probably skeptical as to how Morbid Angel would sound without David Vincent, not only on vocals, but without his input in the music. But all concerns were brushed aside when listening to the first song. Over the course of the album, it becomes clear that this is a more focused band than before. This album seemed to blow every previous Morbid Angel album out of water. The music was faster, the vocals sounded faster, and Trey Azatoff's riffs were completely skewed into something even more odd and obscure than many thought was possible. Even Pete Sandoval's drumming was light years ahead of nearly every other extreme metal drummer out here, and the lyrics brought to life the most essential concepts that Morbid Angel had used since their inception. Formula Fatal to the Flesh has far too many highlights to mention. The song Prayer of Hatred contains a thick sounding mid-paced middle section that is sure to get the listener headbanging every time. And the simple string in the riff is a great embellishment during the verses of This Plot I Paid Well. The opening riff of Hellspawn the Rebirth may cause the dead to rise and devour the living if played near a burial ground during the alignment of certain celestial bodies. Well, at least it's worth a try. But then we have the song Covenant of Death, and it has some of the most insane solos on the album. Sheer unrestrained power before a sudden mind-numbing stop, and some crushing doom riffs bringing the song to an end. Trey Azatoff's love of anime is reflected in the bubbly atmospheric pieces like Disturbance in the Great Slumber, and even songs like Hymn to a Gas Giant and Ascent Through the Spears. For these happy-sounding interludes to be included on an album that features some of the fiercest songs Morbid Angel has ever created shows that, much like Celtic Frost before them, this band was never afraid of taking risks or experimenting regardless of how some narrow-minded listeners may have reacted. Formula Fatal to the Flesh features some of the most bizarre and unique riffs, solos, structures, and lyrics in all of metal. Pete Sandoval's drumming at times seems to defy human ability in terms of speed and complexity. The overall impression is one of awe at how well the music and concepts know how to create an opposing monolith of an album. Morbid Angel's vision of the Ancient Ones is brilliantly portrayed and willed into being on one of these amazing songs. So switching gears, we're going to look at amongst the Catacombs of Nephren-ka by NILE. I've heard people be brutally critical of this band, calling them another Morbid Angel ripoff. But here's the thing, most death metal bands are inspired by Morbid Angel. I'm a fan of quality, technical, brutal death metal. And where Morbid Angel lacks, bands like NILE pick it up where they left off. And this is possibly the best NILE album you'll ever see. It's very few minutes and it's just straight to the point. The production is excellent, less money than Black Seeds in my original impressions of NILE. I had no preconceptions of Egyptian themed death metal as being a bit potentially a laughable shit gimmick. But after learning more about this band, I realised that from the lyrical content down to the instruments used, this band is serious, real serious. Sanders, if I'm right, collects ancient Egyptian artifacts and texts, and all of the lyrics hold mythological or historical significance, and those lyrics that you can understand, you can completely tell that this stuff is brutal. Singing about evil forces, battles, tyrants, blasphemy, carnage, and the list goes on and on. But in Egyptian context, that is. Who would have thought that listening to death metal could be educational? The melodies and the vocals are particularly sinister, and the occasional usage of the native Egyptian instruments only help but create a powerful behemoth image of what these songs are about. And this ain't The Mummy Returns, by the way. Highlights on the album are Smashing the Antu, Bara in the Nazu, Serpent-Headed Mask, The Howling of the Jinn, and so on and so on. But let me know in the comments down below what you thought was the better album. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.